hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, out in the cold. And I don't mind not knowing where to go. Where do I go? But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. Yeah. I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame. But all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain.
Eat your vegetables!
Be on my way and I won't be long. I'll be dead by dawn. I'll be dead by dawn. I'll be dead by dawn. I'll be dead by scrolling through my texts, she done left them red.
All right, everybody, what's going on? It is Monday once again, the Indoor Farmer episode 129. Hope everybody had a good weekend, a nice cool March as we get into the actual good weather here in April, guys. April 1st. I hope everyone had a good Easter, blah, blah, great Easter. We had great family and stuff, all the things. Great for that. But it is April 1st, and guess what, Steve-O? It feels really good to be nice enough weather now to wear no pants during the stream, and I tell you what, guys, it's so freeing here on April 1st to be to wear no pants for the show tonight, and it feels good. It feels good. So I want you all to smash that like button for the no pants April and share us out with your friends, and we're gonna get it going. We've got plenty of things to talk about tonight, actually. Several things. One of the things I wanted to bring up is obviously there was no game night yesterday. So I hope everyone, realized it was a holiday and everything. So we're going to hit it hard next weekend, and appreciate everybody for all the support. I think we're sitting at, we just gained a new member. So I think very cool with that. So very exciting. We've got a good week ahead of us with a couple of guests I have coming up this week, and we've got a guest with us tonight. We've got a musician intermission, guys, so you don't want to miss that. You're gonna want to hang out for that midway sesh where we bring up our man Dan Barker tonight. And actually it's going to be the new and improved, upgraded Dan Barker. So it's going to be fun.
Awesome.
While we get going here, of course, I've got my invisible bucket to do a pH check, and I've got some good footage for you guys. But I actually do have an app that I want to show. I talked about it a little bit, and I'm not sure if you heard me talk about it yet, but it's called Garden Savvy, and it's called the Garden Hortisketch. So Garden Savvy is the name of the brand, Garden Savvy, and they came out with this Hortisketch sort of program it's a lot like Canva, or if you don't use Canva out there, you might know, like, I guess you could say like Microsoft Paint. I'm not sure what else you would. I mean, that would be kind of similar to Canva almost in some way.
A lot of people used to play like those farm games on their phone that are similar, where you can design and set up. I'm sure it's not like this because it was a game, but
it's not a game, but that's a good call. It's something like that because it's basically a way to map out your grow area, and I'm going to show that it can be used for indoors. They don't actually have it set up for inside of a facility, so I'm going to see what I can work with and within the stuff in there. But yeah, I see everybody coming in. Appreciate you guys. We are live again. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. Both of us are live on X now, and we're live on Rumble and of course Kick. If you're watching us from any of those locations and you can't comment, feel free to find us somewhere else and check in on a different location, because there's been some different technical difficulties with Facebook and other issues lately. So might as well find us couple other places. You got a backup. Find me on on my group. We are live on the group. I did add everyone this time. I try to hit that when I can.
Let me do that too.
Yeah. But yeah, cool guys. I see a lot of you coming in on Rumble. I really appreciate that. I would hang out on Rumble. Really, it's a more stable system. Let me look over here. We're at 8.1 now. It's sitting at 8.6. My pH. You guys can't see it. Let's see if I can. You can kind of see it now. Look at that with my hand behind there.
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Joe?
Joe Kelly, what's up? What's up, Doc? What's up, Dave? Corey, Nancy, hello. Nancy is did I hear something about maybe this month's breeder of the month? Possibly?
Yeah, you might have heard about that.
We're on the Grow Fam Homestead. Okay.
Absolutely.
Definitely be shouting that one out for sure this week. Thank you guys for hitting that like button and share us out. We got Michelle in the house, Terry, Margaret, Cullen. What's up, guys? Billy, hello. I appreciate everyone coming in. Ray. All right, let's get down to it. Looks like we're sitting solid at 8.1. Not great. I still haven't ordered. I was waiting until the first, so I definitely need to order that pH up and down. API aquarium safe. And then I'm also going to be moving an aquarium downstairs that's 10 gallons bigger than the one I'm using now. So a 65-gallon aquarium, but I don't have pictures of that tonight. I did take a picture of it before. Let's see. Why am I not seeing the folder that I need?
Because you're looking for it.
Right.
That's how it goes.
That's exactly the issue. Well, how are you, Steve-O? I didn't introduce you. I'm sorry, guys. My trusty co-host, Sir Steve-O, y'all smash the like button for Sir Steve-O.
Oh yeah, no problem. Once we get into our announcements, we have so much to tell.
Yeah, it's like
sometimes we're so excited, But yeah, that's great. Hi everybody, glad to see y'all. We have a great show planned for you tonight for sure. So everybody stick around and hit the like button on that one for us too. Appreciate that. It looks like Nancy gave you a followers tonight too to help us out. Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks very much. Yeah. All right. It's telling me I have it already, but doesn't seem like I do.
Leaf Cycle, what's up?
Hello, my lord.
Me lord, me lady, me governor.
I just think of World of War or Warcraft 3. It's Warcraft 3 for me is nostalgic, and you have the peasants, and the peasants are like, "Yes, my lord, right away, my lord." It's great. It's great. All right, here we go. In order.
Thanks, Joe. Joe gave us a followers on too. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate that.
Oh, you guys! Before I pull up my pictures, because we definitely want the opinion of tonight's third chair, honorary guest guest co-host. I was calling it. I like the guest co-host. It works out well. But let's see who it is, guys. Let's check it out. I actually I didn't update anything, but maybe you didn't remember much of it from last time. But yeah, those are
pictures are like all 10, 15 years old.
That's what's fun about it. That's the most fun part about making these intros for people. I'm like, let me scroll way down.
I didn't know you were the Bassmaster.
Yeah, see that? Oh, it made me think of the weather coming up, man. It's going to be fishing time soon and mushrooming time. Mushrooms, I think, are popping right now. It just rained heavy today, so it's going to be
the mushrooms are heavy over the next couple of days here.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the pictures I got. April showers. Yeah, it's still it kind of shifts a little bit, but for the most part, it seems like it's been on the money. So this is before I clean them up. Okay, I go in, I clean them up. Actually, this is going backwards. Why is this going backwards, man? Give me a second.
Well, some trees.
Yes, he's got some tall ones there. If nothing else, that's for sure.
Well, okay.
A while.
I guess the order that they uploaded is what happened. Anyway, let's see what happened. So I did take a pic. This was after I cleaned them up, but I show you that, they got, they're budding. They got some buds going. The coloring's not great. I don't have any CalMag that I can supplement. I'm putting in, I've given them some potassium with some banana tea. I cut off all of this. This is, I got a better picture of this. Yeah. That's all of the trimmings that I took off of all the nasty, all the best, all the lowest stuff, and all of the most damaged stuff from all four plants. Were you about to ask something? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was wondering, are you putting the Foot Mist on these yet?
No, because I did. These are the ones I used for the commercial, but that you're not supposed to use Foot Mist during flower.
Yeah. Okay. And also, Foot Mist has CalMag in it as well.
I see. Yeah, I guess I could hit the the soil with it, but it's not going to be enough. So
No.
here, after I cleaned them up, you can see that I really just took off. I don't know if I necessarily lollipopped them. Looks like I got a little bit there to take off some, but everything that was kind of below the canopy, I cleaned off, but I kept kind of like I wouldn't say that's a 12, maybe 12 inches or so, because there's a lot of light coming through there. Like I didn't really have to. I didn't have like it's really kind of skeletal already, so they don't look great. They're not. This isn't commercial, stuff here, guys. But it is an arc, right? This was an adventure with these plants, going all the way through the trying different bugs, trying different good guy bugs. Chris, I don't know. I'll run you through the quick and dirty while this plays here. These are tarantula genetics that I got at a time when I wasn't ready to be growing more, but it was somebody had purchased a spot for me on a grow off and gave it to me, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot, And so they ended up in veg for quite a long time, and they were looking great for a long time, but I was also not really doing much with them. They weren't getting a lot of attention. So anyway, they ended up developing a little bit of a spider mite problem. And I actually used it as a lessons learned. Actually, I know a lot about them now. By the way, that's like cocoa core that you're seeing flying around from the fans. But okay, so I gave each plant some banana tea there in that video. But back to their history. So what I did was I was given some ladybugs. Shouts out to True Healthcare Wellness, one of my sponsors. He gave me some free ladybugs. There's a few in there that weren't living anymore. So he's like, yeah, go ahead, take this one. And I thought, okay. And then I ended up buying more. I thought ladybugs could do the trick. Well, ladybugs weren't going to do the trick. And speaking, shouts out to house spiders. Not shouts out, actually. F you, house spiders. You are lazy ass too. Like, I've seen house spiders with nests right next to my plants. I'm like, bro, are you helping me out over here? Or what's going on? Are you coming over? Are you coming over to snack? Or are you like you can't count on them either. Those bastards. Anyway, I ended up getting predatory mites, but it was during the coldest part of the season, and the male ended up screwing up, and it was like 10 days later or something. And so I don't think they ended up they were worth anything. But then it's actually quite superior. Go ahead.
Your mic is fucked up. Sorry.
No.
It's real choppy.
Yeah. Sometimes he's got to unplug it and plug it back in.
Mine does that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Oh, sorry. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So this was the most damaged plant. And actually, this was a picture I took after I sprayed them with Prime Superior, after I cleaned them up as much as I could. And I also bent a bunch of the branches on purpose towards the way, like they were all sort of going, like leaning kind of. Like all the rest of the remaining good branches were leaning in a direction I did not appreciate, we'll say. And let's see. But this was the most damaged plant. And you can see how like all the new growth that happened kind of all sprouted out at the top, and it's all like bunched up and everything. So that's going to be rough. I'm going to have to try to keep it from getting. Well, I can use Prime Superior during flower. So, it's not like I can't keep spraying Prime Superior to make sure there's no mold or anything. That back plant's actually one of the best ones. Look, it's praying. It's like, I want more sun. Give me some. Give me.
Yeah, I was about to say that one in the background looks pretty decent. The way you've got it trimmed up, that looks like it's nice and lollipop properly.
Yes.
The praying at the top is a good sign.
That one will be the best one, I think. That one and possibly the one that's to the right here. I'm not sure if I got a good picture of that.
They look like they're pretty faded out though already for.
Yeah, what would I do? CalMag? You think I need to get some CalMag for sure?
I would. It looks like
they haven't had any in like a long time.
I seen Billy in the comments mention about too much light and not enough nitrogen. So it looks like they sucked pretty much all the nitrogen out of the soil.
Well, you guys got to remember their problem too with the spider mites. I have no idea what they're deficient on now. Like they're deficient on everything probably. Yeah. And I'm not giving them a ton of newts. I'm giving them water from the fish tank. I've given them some the Food Mist spray, and I've also given them Wizard Tea. And worm castings. I gave them some worm castings and the banana tea. So like that's it.
Yeah.
But how long has it been since it's had those? Has it been a while?
It's only been during the flowers time. I need to really infuse them with some other stuff, like really kind of go ham with some extra goodies.
When they get ready to bloom, they really need that extra dose of nitrogen then before they do that stretch. When they really
what would you add for nitrogen?
Huh?
What would you add for nitrogen?
The fact that you put worm casting on there, I mean, that's going to get in there and break down and get in there eventually, but that's something you want to kind of top dress with earlier on in the vid.
I had been doing that like 3 or 4 times, but the basket or the buckets are getting a little full.
Yeah. The only other thing I could say, man, is that I would agree that there's that they're really close to that light. Like it looks like they really stretched out and then they caught up and started stacking up or like bunching up because they found that height that they wanted. But I would suggest when you are ready to go, like for real go, a lot more LSTing and bush style. And then you'll have the availability to raise or lower that light more. It looks like it's pretty high up. So
I just didn't want to top the ones. Well, I can raise it higher. I can raise it more, actually. To your point, I raised it
to train it. You can still without topping it. You can still train it and keep it.
Yeah,
nice.
that's the good thing is that they do have real long leggy branches, so you can just where you've already trimmed, tie you some string in a little loop, and then just kind of pull it, and you'll see them just kind of like moving back up this way a bit, or you can just tie them over to the other pots.
Yeah, I want to, man. I hate the whole tying process part. It's really annoying to me because then you can't move them around as much anymore. But to your point, I think I could tie them to each other inside, and I also have some bamboo rods, like tall ones, that I can put. I could put that in the center or even on the side and kind of tie it towards that. But I know I can raise the light more, and I think this is a little bit of an optical illusion. That light, at least on the right, that back right plant looks the closest, and it's probably still a foot away. And I know that's probably not quite enough. It needs like 18 inches, but that's kind of an optical.
Closer. It looks a lot closer.
Yeah, yes.
Right. So I mean, if you're at least a 12, I mean, if you could raise it up another couple inches, I mean, but at this point you're already getting into that flower. But I think that light is really intense, probably. So if you think about it, the more light, the more feed, the more water, the more nutrients. So the fact that they're way up there close to that, and they look like they've just been like sunburned. You know
Well, they're definitely dried out because I actually dried them out. That was during the beginning of their this whole process. Remember, Steve-O, I kept them dry because I kept thinking, my newbie thoughts, I kept thinking to keep them on the drier side in order to not have pests. But then we found out, right? Didn't we, gang? We found out about spider mites and how spider mites actually love a drier plant. They want that plant in that area to be more dry. So what I thought I was doing is I thought I was guarding against them, and I made a home for them. And so this is all, like I said, guys. This is don't you can rake me over the coals in the comments if you like, but this has all been an experiment. I've been showing you guys every step of the way. And I wanted to show this. I wanted to make it.
I love it though, bro. I love it that you're showing an oops.
You can't be afraid of
out there that you don't just buy beans, put them in soil, and grow magnificent plants the first time you do it, or the second, or the third. Even sometimes it's a learning curve, and you have to figure out what works best for you and your environment with what you got.
Right. And Kim's right. Yeah, the dry soil kills the microbes. Yeah, guys. Yeah, and I this is all stuff I learned, but I also. I've heard growers talk about it like I like to keep them on the drier side, but that doesn't necessarily mean as dry as I had them. That was my problem.
Well, we were trying to combat a pretty serious problem there, and then we learned all the things everybody's saying in the comments. We actually learned along the way, so it's something that we do know now. We just didn't really realize it, when it was happening. But you get the good, you get the bad. That's the way it is on this show. We take you on the journey.
Well, go ahead.
You got to ask yourself, how did you get the spider mites on your plants? Where did they come from?
That's easy. I have dogs, and it's very hard. Even if I keep the dogs from coming downstairs, and even if I change my clothes and all that kind of stuff, guys, I promise you, I plan to do all those things. I plan to be, what's Walter White up in here, wearing a freaking zip up hoodie, whole costume and all that. But even with all that, you're gonna have like dog hair, like it gets, it gets places, it gets through the vents, and so there is that. So I do not want to go the route of having such a squeaky clean space. And I don't mean like I want a dirty space, but you guys get what I'm saying. I want to know the way to combat these things. And I want to be not afraid of the things, because you talk to a lot of growers and you say the word spider mites, and they will run away. They will step away from you.
One thing I noticed though, man, is you've got a lot of space in that room around you. So maybe think about building some kind of like a narrow, taller, raised bed along the walls to where you can plant some beneficial, friendly plants. Whatever's going to repel those aphids, those spider mites.
That is a good
and
call.
Just line your walls, because that's a pretty good sized room you got there, man. You could fit that along the walls all the way around. And
I'm thinking about that, and I the only thing I know, and I got to look up the best plants for them specifically, because I mean, obviously, I want to repel everything in general. So.
Correct.
I can tell you
what you have already from the start.
Well, I have basil and I have mint growing. They do not repel other than on themselves, unless I make a like barrier of basil and mint plants around the room, like you just said, which is kind of what I was thinking about doing actually throughout the basement. Yeah. I was going to set up just some cheap little the bar grow lights that basil would live under, no problem. Set it up all over everywhere I can set it up. Go ahead.
Yep.
I thought you were saying
marigolds also will help a lot.
Like thyme, I've heard. What is it like? Was it rosemary? I've heard.
Cycle can tell you in the comments, and he makes those pouches that repel most of those bugs, whatever's in there.
Yeah, no, I actually have used the pouches too. I don't know, like. I want to also do like some proactive around the basement, in general. Like, I don't know that I would line the grow room with basil. I would put pouches in the grow room on the plants, but put like in every corner of the basement, have a little stand with several different herbs and whatever different things, and have it like a useful spot, but spread it around my basement. I think the combination would be great. Most pets come in on plants brought in, quarantined all. Well, I can tell you some of my okay. Back to that. That's a good call. I actually was reusing soil too, that was all dried out and stuff, thinking that it would be fine. And a lot of people were saying at that time we were talking about it, how the soil, like you can bake it to like kill anything in there, to reuse it if you wanted to. I don't think I'm not gonna go through that process, but what I will do is I'll just use it outside. There's plenty of uses for it outside after the fact. Mm-hmm. I need it anyway. My freaking yard is getting washed away into the gully. So we got a few minutes here. We got our musician in the back. Let me show off a couple more pictures here before we have a nice jam sesh. Let's move on. I appreciate everybody's comments, and guys, this has been a long time journey. I promise you, I haven't just. It's not just like, oh, these look great, It's not about that. It's about the lessons learned. We got Sean over on the Rumble. Let me throw up this comment here, guys. We got the Rumble comments going. Also, be cautious if you're taking your plants outside for natural sunshine. It's an easy way to bring bugs into. Oh, I see. If you're going back and forth, yeah, that's a good call. Yeah,
tampering off in this time of year too is how that can happen. Taking them in and out, prepping them for that sunlight after the frost. Especially if you're moving your girls outside or any of your vegetable plants.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything like that.
Kyle's got another good point. Yeah, I've heard this too. Neem oil, dish soap. I could tell you throughout the arc, I really, really wanted the ladybugs to do it because I like the ladybugs. And if I use all these other methods, like the ladybugs it's not going to be good for them either.
And lace wings.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So that's the issue. I think that I gave it a shot. I bought more. It was during the cold time of the year, so it was hard. Like shipping and stuff was rough. And then it was like a lot of snow too. I think ice and snow. And then I went to predator mites. I bought 2,000, and I don't even know how many were alive. So that was probably a bust. If I would have bought like the 50,000 or whatever, like you can buy bigger amounts. Those are awesome too, but they will then poop all over your plants and do their thing too. I just like the ladybugs. I'm okay with ladybugs pooping all over my plants because I like to like sit and watch them. You know, they're cool if they come and fly and sit on me. I'm like, get on my hand. I'm cool with that. I'm like, I'll just carry them back over. Here you go, bud. Like no problem. They're cool. I like them, but they just didn't. They weren't doing the. They might do it as a proactive method, right? But not a like, hey. I kept throwing them into the spider mite nests. I was really trying. I was seeing what would happen. Like, is it this battle? Like, I'm looking close, like it's like Godzilla versus King Kong inside there, and it was fun, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But moving on. I'm rambling here. Let me show you guys the pineapple.
Did you record it and make a Battle of the Bugs video that you're going to play later?
I did record some, but I'll be honest, at that time, I think I was having some issues with video recording and uploading and stuff. I found better ways of doing it now, but it was so annoying at that time. But so let me show you guys. So I did, this is round 2. It's part of my thumbnail. Steve-O, remember when I tried this before?
Okay.
Do you? I don't know. It was
I'm trying. I'm trying to remember.
I'll tell you how I did it. The method I used. No,
okay.
the method I used before was a cut off top.
Oh, okay.
You cut off the top and you leave some of the fruit around the top. And what you do is you stick it with skewers or a lot of toothpicks, I guess, and you have it hovering over water in like a jar. That was the first method I tried. This is the second method, and I will tell you, it already looks more promising. What you do is you twist it off. You don't pop, you don't break it off, you twist. You twist, and then it just pops out like this. Now I did peel a bunch of the leaves back. I peeled like maybe a centimeter's worth of leaves back off of the bottom there, and you'll see those brown, those are actually root tips. I'm like, all right, here we go. This is actually progress compared to last time. So there's a good picture of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, leaf cycle, that's a good point. Let me put this up here. Best thing to do is you go right after the shower. Yep. And then change clothes. Work on them once per day if need. Leave. I don't shower every day. Unless you do something, leave them be until we are clean. You're cleaner. Yeah, no, I agree, but it's just hard. It's hard for me still with until I would like to dial in the basement a little bit more. I want to wall in. I've talked about it for months now. I want to finish putting up the Panda film, wall it off. I want to get some filtration going on and a bunch of airflow, which I got the airflow, but that filtration, that's what I want to get done. But anyway, I'm excited about this. This looks pretty healthy, right? This looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, bro, those are nice looking roots. Nice.
I like it. Hell yes. Hi, Val. Yeah, definitely. Look at that, man. Yeah, you're starting to get. Are they getting little hairs on them, like the side hairs and stuff? Like
I'm letting it dry. It's got to dry for a few days, and then I can place it in some soil or I don't think I'm going to put it in the aquaponics system. I thought about it. That would be too much weight if it actually. Well, I could always pull it out. I just don't think. I don't know if water would work. So I got my son in this picture here, and it's for a reason because look at he's actually the potatoes are actually taller than him now. I had to tell him, look at my phone. There's my phone. And then here's a picture of like son, like father. There you go, guys. Look at this. I mean, I almost have that mask or that wig going on right now. It's getting close. It's getting close. Yeah, he was all too happy to wear that wig. But then I was like, no, I need you to stand closer to the potatoes. And the potatoes, man, they're actually taller than this light. Yeah. Those are potatoes. I have never seen them get this big. And it's not only that they're taller, because we've seen them vine out, but yeah, bro, they're so fat that I I couldn't get the yo-yo hooks to actually hook around them. Some of them, it was
What kind of
crazy.
light you have above that?
That's just a supplemental. Actually, it's a Blurple. It's got two. It's got two clips. You got the Veg and the Bloom. I got them both on. But then, of course, you got our Agro Bright
Okay.
with a T5 right next to it. So that's going to be a majority of the light. You know.
Those things put out some extreme light, man, for some T5s.
Yes, and this is actually not a bad light too, but it's probably much worse on like power usage. Well, it's an LED technically, but remember those fatter, heavier LEDs, you know, before they got, you know,
I've got
lighter.
like 8 of those, man. Those
Yeah.
right, they're not that brand. I got the King LEDs, but they
That's
do
right.
the blue and red
Linkable,
like
and,
that.
right?
That was when I grew my first auto flowers under the Ogreberry Auto from 2020. And that was the first time I used those lights and the first time I did autos, and they did amazing under those lights. So Blurples are still, I mean, mine have the Samsung diodes in them, so they're
Yeah.
great lights, but those Blurples will still do a hell of a job, man. Growing.
Yeah, I agree. I have the King LED too, and they were like 1,000-watt lights, and I grew great with those. They, you know, it would get a little warm in there, but you can always adjust if you have the
Yeah.
right setup. You know.
So I got some lettuce going. I got some. So I don't think that's weed. I don't think that's cannabis, Steve-O.
Looks
That
like it.
You think it is?
Yeah, that's
I-
definitely cannabis, bro.
I would say so, man. I'm still sticking with it. It's even got
I
the
don't
little,
know how it got there. How did you
It-
put
it-
that there?
it's even got the little poly leaves or whatever they call them on the bottom.
Yeah.
They just look too like rounded to me. I thought so. These are peppers here. All right, I'm trying to hurry up here. Let's get our musician intermission going on. Here's my basil. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I throw it in my salads. I throw it on my like sandwiches and stuff. I got a whole bunch of it drying. I'm actually thinking about making a factory here for just basil. Although there's not a lot of money in basil, but I could be sending it out in packages with my other goodies to people for fun. Here's here with this, you know.
And you're promoting yourself that way.
Yeah, exactly.
With the product.
Maccabees basil.
Here's a Maccabees baby basil. No, I don't know. Just,
There you go.
here's this. This is like a meshing that the ladybugs came in, and I thought about it today. I was like, hey, I could actually use that to help filter this water there, because if you think about all the nastiness that's in these clay pebbles goes down into the tank and then it gets sucked into the pump and then goes back through again. Well, if I can do this here and then every so often maybe clean this out a little bit, I got to take the whole system apart, to be honest. Really, at some point, I'm going to have to rebuild, do a whole new thing, and all that. So it'll be fun. That's part of the fun of it. It's like a little bit like Legos, building blocks, erector set, all the stuff. You know, you get to have that thinking of which order you want to do it in. It's not just construction. It's not just, hey, it's a DIY project, yes, but there's so many different ways to skin that project. You're like, okay, how do I want to do it next time? Like, for instance, I got a pipe that goes along the back that has holes all the way along the pipe for growing stuff. I don't ever use it. I don't think I'm gonna design that as part of my system next time. I'm cutting that out. But yeah, anyway, let's move on, guys. Let's actually real quick. We'll have to show it now while everyone's here, real quick. Sir Steve-O and I have a little special. We want to get in shape for the season, guys. It is getting nice out. It's getting nice weather out there, you know. So we want to. We're just gonna show you guys a little something here, and we're gonna get running here. I even put myself. I gave myself a little bit closer to the person there. But yeah. Anyway, it is for fun. But we're gonna have a nice little sesh here with our musician intermission. Let's put our hands together. Hit that like button, guys. I'm gonna put us back to normal. Might play with that again sometime. It was fun. But let's see who it is. All right, we got Dan Barker in the house.
What's up, people?
What's up, Dan?
What's up, Dan?
How's it going?
Good,
Good,
man.
man. Welcome to the show, brother.
Oh yeah, happy to be here.
Welcome back. Welcome back, actually.
Yeah.
Guys, that is not an optical illusion. His mic is as big as his head. It's awesome. Like it makes me feel shamed over here. I'm just like,
You're muted.
can you hear me? Okay.
Now we can.
Not crappy. Okay. Well, you don't need to hear me anyway, because you guys gotta listen to the musical stylings from our man Dan over here. Let's hear it. Cheers, Dan. It's all yours, brother. Let's hear it.
All right. Used to want it all till I realized that there's more to life. But the time the music sounded right. That's why the time is now when I'm always staying up at night. I'm gonna shine up the day and never cry. Trying to get the money right, never wasting any time. Moving forward, not behind, always trying to catch a flight. Suckers other side of my fighting demons every night. I'm just riding to the ground, let me see my head up high. It's been a while, but I don't even know how I'm alive. They say only the strong survive, but I bet they getting by. Look into my eyes, still trying not to cry. I'm just trying to get by. My friends get high, saying goodbyes. At least I try. At least I try. Just nobody who can play a guitar. I'm getting out this love, but I'm about to go far. I'm my own worst enemy, I'm locked in a jar. Feeding off of energy, I live in a bar. Always got some friends with me, I've been grinding so hard. What's a list of recipes, but they can tear you apart. This life will be the death of me, the game has my heart. It's been one long quest, can't forget where I started. All I do is try my best, wanna be a good artist. So different from the rest, so sick of starving. Put my patience to the test, never give up regardless. Take a save before a check, got me grinding the hardest. Yeah. I'm just trying to get by. My friends get high, so say goodbye. At least I try. At least I try.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cheers. I heard that part. You said something about getting high. I thought, well,
Yeah.
all right.
Sound great, man. Good job, brother.
Awesome.
I took a few dabs during that. That was pretty dope. I like that.
Sweet. Yeah, I used to play in a band called Naughty Frog, and that was one of the songs that we used to play all the time. And unfortunately, that came to an end. And now I play in a band called Rolled Up. And
Hold up.
we're
Cheers,
working
everybody.
on getting some stuff recorded. I'm hoping this month we'll be able to. I don't have any gigs lined up until May, so that's a first for a long time. So I'm gonna take that time and hopefully get some stuff recorded with the new group, and yeah, just keep trucking along.
It's awesome, man. You gotta like reinvent yourself once in a while, right?
Yeah.
You got something, whatever.
It
If you
sucks
want,
'cause this is, man, I've had to go through so many different name changes throughout my music career, and I thought Naughty Frog was gonna be the one that stuck, and I was like, yes, this is it. I have 2 frogs tattooed on me, and and it didn't all work out. So I'm not stopping. The music needs to keep going, and I came up with this name, so There's nothing that
There you
can
go.
take it away from me this time. So,
You can still
Oh,
like
yeah.
frogs. You can still like frogs.
oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
nothing wrong with frogs.
He's like, no, like there's an he got a tattoo of an X across.
I
his
hate
frog.
frogs. No.
Killed him.
No.
All right,
Oh.
let's hear something else, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a new song that I've been working on. This one's called "Sing It Loud."
The new joint.
Work my life away to have a place to stay. My time will be done with day. Refuse to be a slave. I know something needs to change. Just gotta find a way. I'm like right 12-hour days. Makes it hard to stay sane. Think I'm not gonna beat some chains. So sick of all the rain. Just want some sunny days. Make my pain fade away. My life is a smoky haze. It's the way I sustain. Always go against the grain. Never had no shame on my flaws, on my sleeves. Just flowing with the breeze. Dreaming trips overseas. Right now I'm nobody. Just a kid playing some strings. Dream about the things I see. Violence in the poverty. Some days I just wanna leave. Yeah. Some days I just wanna leave. I can't seem to find a meaning now. There's something inside of me. Write them down and then I sing them loud. Some days I just wanna leave. I can't seem to find a meaning now. Gotta be something inside of me. Write them down and then I sing them loud. Stuck inside my head, sitting on this couch, I've been scrolling on my phone, searching for ways out. No, there's gotta be a purpose while I still am on this route. When everything's uncertain, I just focus on the doubts. Music is the reason why I'm here now underground. Always sticking to it, got to make some brand new sounds. Hope I can influence future kids to play it loud. Gotta turn it up when they say to turn it down. Never give a fuck when they smoking off the pound. Never had good luck, but I'm still fucking around. I don't know who to trust, so I don't open my mouth. I just wanna share the love from the music that I found. Yeah. Some days I just wanna leave. I can't seem to find a meaning now. Gotta be something inside of me. Write them down and then I sing them loud. Some days I just wanna leave. I can't seem to find a meaning now. Gotta be something inside of me. Write them down and then I sing them loud.
Wow, nice. Good job, man. Hey, I'd love to hear you with your full band, man. That would be great, as good
That's
as
what
you
I'm
are.
thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
You got do you have anywhere that, well, I mean, we'll talk, well, I guess we'll get into it, but like that we can find the whole band. Are you going to make a page for the band or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, we're on Facebook. It's Rolled Up on Facebook. We're on YouTube, Rolled Up Band, Instagram, Rolled Up Band, TikTok, Rolled Up Band. Try to keep it easy. It's just Rolled Up Band for all our, handles. on
That's
everything.
smart. I messed
Yeah.
mine up, got it all jacked up, but like this one's that one is this, yeah, it's much easier that way for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
try to
yeah.
keep it easy.
Do you
Alright.
said you're not booked for the month, but do you have anything nothing's going on 420 wise?
Yeah, surprisingly, no. I was kind of shocked, but I'm sure that might change. The past 2 years I've been playing at dispensaries, and they'll call me like the day before, like, "Hey, do you want to come play again?" And I was like, "Yeah," so
Mhm.
we'll see what happens. But currently, we don't have anything booked until May 17th, and we'll be in Erie, Pennsylvania, at Voodoo Brewery. So,
PA, Erie,
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm out that way.
it'll be a fun time.
I've heard of a lot of stuff happening on 420, so I don't know. I have no idea what I might do or not, but we'll see. Yeah, bro, that was actually really great to hear you like for real rather than going through the phone this time. It's so much. It does you so much more justice for sure. And
I have a quick question.
I was wondering.
You say Erie, Pennsylvania. Where are you from, man? Where are you located?
I'm in Sinclairville, New York. It's right by Jamestown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice area out here. I like it.
I'm originally from Central PA, so when you said Erie, PA, I was like, yeah, maybe he's from.
We're playing Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, June 21st to 23rd. It's called Band Camp, and it's a festival out in Reynoldsville.
Nice.
Camp. Steven, what'd you say?
Is your logo on your page? Is it like hands holding a?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to share it right now to our audience.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to make sure before I did it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Right on.
Go ahead and share that over to Purple Hairs if you want to, Steve-O.
Okay, sounds good.
Rolled up.
Hell yeah, I can do another song if you guys want.
Sure. I'm down. We definitely got plenty more entertainment after the song, but you guys definitely want to hang out for another song, don't you? Let's hear it in the audience. Several people were jamming and rocking. There's a lot of people. Even Smashley had to get a little dig in with us. Said this has been a long time since you had music. You know what, Smashley, you're right, and we appreciate it. So thanks Dan for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Rock on, my bro.
This is a song that I put out under my solo name, Dan Barker Music. You can find it on Spotify, YouTube, all that. And this is called Undefeated. So long, tired of singing songs to no one. No good reason will come and no one when I give up. Was drinking till I threw up, but the pain I still don't let up. So done with feeling better, but I just want things to get better. Need to get this cheddar, cause this life it just don't stop. Gonna hustle, justify, this is life, it costs a lot. I'm still gonna die, that's why I'm getting high. Gotta fight to survive, the world full of lies. They're blaming on crime, and not just the system. It's a fucking living, no one wants to make it different. Even listen, thinking. And it's creeping up in others like a decent drugs. Well, got good luck, don't need it. Got good luck, don't need it. I just wanna spend love, don't wanna need it. Living in this life is never easy. Day by day, best believe it. Got good luck, don't need it. I just wanna spend love, don't wanna need it. Living in this life is never easy. Day by day, best believe it. Something, how to feel nothing, don't care about the repercussions. Smoking till I get concussions. No, I'm puffing loud, rolling around like the crowds are coming up to tear it down. Don't give a fuck, smoking pound within the month. Feel like shit, no need to front. Never seen that talk came up, but when it hit me, I was stuck in a coma for a while. When I woke up, had to smile. Knew I'd be down for a while, but now I make my family proud. Music I put out, whack shit out of them. It's trying to beat the crowd when I throw my life around. So I gotta hold it down for my family, get my town, and my homies in the ground. Man, I do this all for you. Bullshit I've been through, that just made me stronger. Now I'm chasing my dreams, and I'm working harder. Only smoking that green because it takes me farther. I'm just trying to do my thing, I don't wanna get between what you're trying to do. I just wanna make some moves, what you got me do. Got good luck, you're gonna need it. Just wanna stay up, you wanna feed it. Living in this life is never easy. Take it day by day, best believe it. Got good luck, you're gonna need it. I just wanna stay up, you wanna feed it. Living in this life is never easy. Day by day.
Bro, that was some good
Yeah.
stuff.
Wow. I tell you, you can play some guitar, man. Country Boy is cracking me up in the comments right now. He's
He's
killing
always
me.
trying to get my goat with this with these
Country
risque
slang.
comments.
Yeah, he's
With these
trying to
risque comments.
get us in trouble.
And have you ever had panties thrown at the stage?
No, I haven't.
He said no.
Unfortunately.
Look, man, you don't have to feel like. I mean, neither have I. Like, you seemed like you were like, well, like maybe that's a rite of passage for musicians. I'm not sure. You know.
You know you're doing it right when you start getting panties thrown at you.
Yeah, but you don't have time to inspect those at the moment. Like, there could be all kinds of like ins and outs of that one. You know, that's not a good idea. I don't think taking any of. Like you maybe you just like you let them be thrown at you and you leave them there. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely don't want to take them. Like, that's,
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, unless you see who threw his throat, you know, I mean, you never know. But hey,
I think just the whole the point of it, like the fact that it happened, is cool enough for me. I don't want them. I just want that it happened.
yeah, that's sure. No, I'm just messing, but yeah, no, bro, there's definitely good stuff for sure.
Appreciate
We
it.
will.
Hey man, I don't know if you like it when people. I know you got your own style. I dig it. Has anybody ever told you you remind me of blank?
Fill in the blank.
I was thinking the same thing, Chris. I'll wait. I'll see.
Okay, let's see what you guys think.
I'm just curious. Like, if anybody has ever told you you sound like, who would it be?
Yeah, you resemble this person. I think.
I've
Too.
been told all types of people, and it kind of threw me for a loop. The people I've been compared to.
Oh, okay.
That's a couple of them.
What the fuck? I can't even. What's the dude who does Jack and Diane?
John Mellencamp.
Yeah. Someone compared me to him before, and I was like, kind of threw for a loop. Fuck. I'm trying to think, like the obscure ones, because I've gotten, some weird fucking comparisons before. And
I'm thinking. I don't know how old you are, but I'm maybe thinking back farther than you.
Yeah.
We're thinking of the same thing, Chris.
Who is it, Steve? Tell me who you think.
Bob Dylan.
No.
I've heard that one a lot.
He sounds like a young Bob Dylan.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay.
I'm thinking he sounds like Sublime a little bit.
That's where my brain was going. That's where my brain.
I don't even know who Sublime is.
I mean, I gotta think that's a hell of a compliment, but that's just me. That's just from my.
I got the Sublime Sun, so that's like the best compliment I could ever receive.
Okay.
They're like my biggest influence for sure. I love Bradley.
There you go.
Hell yeah, bro. Oh yeah. No,
I hate fucking frogs. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was every song you have done tonight so far. That's right where my brain has went. I could hear those old tunes in my head. Like, that was dope, man. I'm glad I came.
The tempo and stuff. Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. I got a lot of like reggae style tunes, and I don't know. I'm just whatever sounds good. I try to write songs to it. And
you ever done a country twang, country little vibe to it?
I did. I have a song I wrote for my grandpa when he passed away. That's kind of like country style.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan.
No, you don't need to sing it.
No,
If there was ever a time to do it, though, it sounds like a good one. But
Yeah, my grandpa was a big fan of country music, so I was like, if I'm gonna write a country song, and I'm gonna write it for my grandpa. And I love the lyrics of it. The lyrics are very meaningful to me, but just playing it's just not my style, and it just doesn't sound that good. But I went down to Colorado recently, in November, and I went down to a recording studio down there, and I recorded that song. And so I'm still waiting to get those recordings from the guy. But when I get them, I'm excited to hear them because I think it's going to turn out good. It was a really cool studio.
you should remind him because I'll be honest.
Dude,
I
I've
think there's a
been,
couple
I've
people.
been on his fucking ass. Like
Okay.
every week, I send him
Alright.
a message like, "Hey man, are you gonna send those recordings?" And like, it's just been.
I hear you.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll get to it tonight," and then, you know, a week later, I still haven't gotten them. It's like, all right, well, what's up, dude? Like, are you gonna send those? And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll get on it." And then another week goes by. Same thing.
Well, you're doing your part. I was just gonna say that like I've had a couple people that have come on and asked me for recordings, and it kind of falls through the cracks, you know, if they don't keep at me and they kind of forget. So, but yeah. Anyway, but I think it was you got a lot of good stuff there with the range that you do have. So I appreciate your musical talents. So guys, put your fingers together once again and go make sure that you follow Dan and his new band on Facebook as well, Rolled Up, and anywhere else you would look for music. Check for Rolled Up.
Sure.
So Dan, you're welcome to hang out, brother. But we've got some more plants and stuff to talk about. So otherwise, you are welcome to head out. But I know that you, yeah, no problem at all. Thanks for coming on again, and we appreciate it. Always let us know if there's like something you want to promote. Let us know ahead of time. We can work it out in a more of a proactive kind of manner. So
Sounds
you
good.
can always pop on for that kind of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dan Barker, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thanks, brother.
Good night, bro.
All right, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Of all the nice
Always.
people, man, I'm glad it was tonight. I dug that.
It kind of just came together, and I sent that message out earlier. I was like, hey, if anybody wants to come up, you know, what's up? And Chris answered the call. So, but you guys know what time it is. Well, unless, I don't know, did you guys Rochambeau? Let's see what happened.
Yeah, we can go ahead. I'm good.
Okay.
Let's do
Cool.
it.
Let's
What's
do
up?
it, guys. You know what's up. Hit that button and make sure that you don't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind being out in the cold on April 1st. April 1st, 2024.
No pants.
Me singing, that was an April Fool's joke, just for everybody right there. But, yeah, anyways, that's what's up. I'm honored to have Chris Fisher here with us tonight. The man, appreciate you coming along, man. It's going to be great to see some stuff from Chris Fisher later, too. What we got here for you tonight is a couple updates, as well as I want to show you something. First of all, remember I told you guys how proud I was of the Food Shed Co-op that we're having here in our little town.
Yes.
And another thing that I'm a little proud of is we are having the 4th annual Food Shed Co-op plant sale. And that is at that same location that they're building. They're going to have it outside. And what that is it's on Saturday, May 18th, and the store's first weekend open to the public. You can purchase the highest quality starter plants for your garden. They're going to have all sorts of starter plants. I mean, you name it, it's going to be there. Local growers will be providing heirloom plant varieties, vegetable starts, annuals, and native and perennial plants too. So you don't want to miss your chance to get a hold of these beauties. So the vendors will be there with booths set up on the patio for shoppers to visit. And I think that for our little community here in Woodstock, I think that this is a big deal. because you can be part owner of the Food Shed Co-op for as little as $200, and you get to vote just as equally as anyone with 1,000 shares in a lot of the decisions. Of course, they'll have a board, and that's one of the things that you get to vote on is who's on that board. So I think it's pretty amazing. My wife was the one who told me about it, and then we drove by it, and I couldn't believe that it went up so fast. So,
And you said that's a Saturday?
yeah, that is Saturday. Let me May 18th, I believe, is what it was. There it is.
Hey, maybe I can head up there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be there, and I'm going to be doing a little live on location coverage. So yeah, that would be pretty awesome if you wanted to be there for that. I think we could do a good job. But it's pretty neato. What do you think, Chris? Have you ever heard of a food co-op?
No, man, I haven't. But I think what you just explained sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know, Steve-O, if you have those videos, I think I cleared those out. I didn't know that you were going to be. Honestly, I didn't know it was going to come up as much, and I would have left them in the StreamYard side. But if you want to play like that short video, didn't you have a video of like the structure or whatever? Yeah, it's kind of cool. We'll pull that up.
I can load that up.
Whenever no rush. We could check it out at some point, but it's pretty cool though, Chris. Like he's got it right by his house, and it's like a co-op, meaning you buy into it, and then you also get to produce, but also take from. So it's all the. Now I'm interested to see how it goes because, from what I've seen, like the problem is that people tend to take more than they put in, not necessarily by nefarious means, but a little bit more like by kind of nature. Oh, I'm too busy. I'm whatever.
Well, this is actually a grocery store that and it's collecting from all the farmers in the community. Actually, I got the video here. This will explain it to you guys real well. It's only 38 seconds. Check it out.
Okay. You did explain that before. That's my fault.
Mm-hmm. Check it out. I don't hear any sound.
I don't either. Was there a explanation for it? But it's okay. We'll get to see the pictures and we can talk over it.
Yeah, I actually put the wrong video in. That's why.
It was still pictures of it, right? That's what that was.
Yeah. We can go ahead and.
Yeah, that's good.
It's basically the floor plan, if I'm not mistaken. It's basically a community-owned grocery store, and they all the farmers in the area, all their produce comes, and then of course on non-prime times of the year they're going to have to ship it in like normal, of course. But it's a pretty big place.
Wow.
They're going to have fresh butchered meat. It's going to be like the old style butchers that we used to go to when we were a kid. They're going to have lots of services. They're going to, what do you call that? Dressed deer? Is that what you call it when you, process deer? They're going to process deer, stuff like that as well. So
we're all like, yes. And I'm like, oh, wait, you're right. It is processed, not dressed deer. They do that there in the field. Well, I don't know. That's a field dressing, but maybe they don't always do that. They might also dress it at the butcher too.
But the reason I gave you guys an update, on that, you won't hear about it probably again until the opening, but is because, that's what, one of the things that attracted me to the Indoor Farmer Show was Waylon, his wanting to, have self-sustainability, healthy food, things of that sort, teaching people how to do it for themselves. And along the way, learning how to do things that we don't know how to do yet, and it's just, I think that this kind of really brings it all, around in a big circle in a way. This is kind of a part of that lifestyle in that community, I think,
For sure. At least making it the thing that is the goal. Like maybe you never get the healthiest diet, but that is instead of shunning it or what do we used to do? Like we used to make fun of things when we just can't do them.
Right.
The old trope, like, oh yeah, basketball. Who wants to do that? Bullshit. Who wants to play that? Or like I'm never gonna, be a singer or whatever. Like make fun. Oh yeah, look at that person. So like that's kind of our like natural, defense mechanism. But what we need to do instead is to raise it up on a pedestal to be like, hey, look at what they're doing. Like what Steve-O's doing with this. This is great. It's awesome that they're doing.
Yeah. And I think it's pretty neat how, you can get 2 shares minimum at $100 a share. So that means, $200 to, to buy in minimum. And I think that that's pretty neat. I think that, if I had 200 to invest into something like that, and, you get returns just like a normal investment, I think that investing in your community is a very good way of doing it. And that's why I promote everybody buying from within our community online here and everything, to find someone you trust and, you know what I mean? Like buy their crafts and their art and these things,
right,
we support each other, and I like to do that in my own home community as well.
Amarochi in the house. Yeah. I think that, well, I have one question though. Did you say it was $200 per share?
No, it's $100 per share.
Okay.
2 shares minimum. Yeah, you have to buy 2 shares, and they're $100 a share, so it's $200. Yeah.
Man, I might throw in a share or two on something like that, especially if it takes off. I bet a lot of people would wait until they see, but it's the 4th annual. That means they've had 4 of these 4 years. Right, but there was no building there at one point or something. Is that what you were?
They used to have it up at the square, and they're having it down now at the site because it's opening weekend.
Right, so they're bringing that business. They kind of have a log of customers already.
Oh yeah,
to use from. So this is. I feel like this is kind of a no-brainer kind of thing for sure, especially for people that are local to it. I'm not even close to there, and I'm thinking about I could throw in on some of that,
Well, yeah, and you might find one pop up in your community soon, Waylon, because this idea is taken off all over the place. I mean, you may find that they're looking for investors to open one in your community, and you just never know. You're a pretty big area down there, so.
I gotta say, it's very similar, but not everything that I want to do because the farm's not there at the facility. I'm thinking, man, I gotta, I think I still have a little bit of a uniqueness to my thoughts anyway. I hope so. But no, I think it's good. It's definitely, I like to see people that are already doing some of those things. And there's something like that we showed near me, which was a indoor farmers market. It was not the same. The one person owned it and ran it, and they would go and like source the stuff from farmers rather than the farmers having to go to a market to sell their stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a ease for the farmers. They give a cut, and it's a thing, kind of a co-op in that sense. But I don't know how different it is. Anyway, but you got some more, don't you have?
Yeah, I've got some more news for you guys as well. I want to show you this. I'm popping some beans. Obviously the Charlotte's Web thing it's put on hold for now. Things aren't cooperating at this point. So I took it upon myself to get a hold of one of my friends, and he actually came up with a solution for me that will help my stepdaughter, my friend's daughter, to help her with her seizures. She already smokes weed, but what she needs is this high CBD to help control her seizures. So what we've done is we found a cross that I think is going to be perfect. Has anybody ever heard of Willie G?
What is
heard of
Willie G?
Willie G strain. Well, I'm going to show you here. I actually have something to bring up here to present. Sorry.
Oh man, I got a drum roll, but I don't think I loaded it in yet.
Well, For visual aid, here is
did.
for some Willie G's Lebanese, and that is what I have here. It's a CBD dominant strain, and it's from Humboldt Seed Company. It's the with their help of their dear friend Willie G, which I actually don't know who that is yet, but they crossed the Lebanese landrace strain with Willie G's number 8, number 2. It says that Willie G's Lebanese generally produces a 20-to-1 CBD THC ratio, and that is pretty good, I think, and especially for the fact that it's a hybrid and it does lean sativa, from what I'm getting. You know, you know how when you look it up, you get all sorts of different which way it's going to lean. You know, yeah. So that's the one of the crosses, and then the Casey Jones. Has anyone heard of Casey Jones? Now I've heard of that. We used to call it the Choo Choo.
Casey Jones.
Now that is a low THC. You know, it's about 17%. So you figure she's going to get the best of both worlds. I think, you know, the best bang for a buck. Because I don't believe, since she's young, not young like under 21, but since she's young, if she doesn't get the euphoric effect from it, she probably isn't going to stick to smoking it as she should. So I thought, well, if she could get both effects, the euphoric as well as that high 20-to-1 CBD effect, that I thought that I could keep her on a regimen because you know, we just, you know, they just keep increasing her seizure medicine, and it'll work for a while and then it stops. And I think that this is the key to keep us from having to continue to just, and maybe even back off some of it, you know what I mean? Some of the pharmaceuticals, you know? But not that we would, you know, no one would ever change what the doctor says to take. And, you know, we're talking about adding this to what, you know, they
right.
say.
Maybe to slow down the increase of other meds. But what about a different method, like a pill form, or not, like a capsule of the CBD?
Growing that is awesome, but smoking it probably isn't going to be your best route for that.
Not if you're trying to get medicinal effects. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to make that more into like an oil, a tincture or an oil, like a tincture or a FICO, RSO. You can even make that and put it into capsules, but that's a big dose, a capsule, to start with.
I have 1 2-foot by 2-foot spot to grow one mother plant to try to continually, you know, have one plant going every 30 days, 60 days maybe. But, you know, that's the problem with that, because one plant would make enough, you know, wouldn't make enough. And I don't have a press. There's just a lot to it. So that's why I thought, well, she's going to have to smoke it if it comes for me, because I can't get it processed.
Yeah, that's
the FICO, you don't need a press for that.
Well, I could make FICO out of it. That's very true. That's a whole.
That's just 190 proof Everclear and the flour, and then you put it in a jar, let it sit, strain it off, simmer it off.
That's a whole idea. I didn't even. What an idiot! We make FICO here twice a week sometimes.
Yeah. Plus, you got the flour, any of your trimming, any of that stuff that you get from that too. You can throw all that in the batch. And
FICO could be put into capsules if she didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, though, the capsules are usually about a milliliter. The ones that I usually go with, they're a little bigger capsule, but so a milliliter syringe or a milliliter capsule is a pretty solid dose for somebody beginning. That's you want to eventually get up to taking 3 of those a day. So you want to start out smaller. I mean, especially with her, find out what her, you know, I don't know how much she smokes or anything like that, what she does daily, but.
What is that, like a horse pill? What's a milliliter?
It's a 00.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that ain't nothing. I can.
Okay.
Well, you know, I feel like a moron right now because really, I mean, I never thought to myself, why not just give her FICO? I always just thought if I made fico with one plant, that wouldn't be enough. Well, the plant, the trim, and if I have a perpetual grow to where, I can, try to keep it, because I can give up the one spot in the big 4x4, so in order to run the cuts, so it's like, if I planned it right, she would never run out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to have some serious space, though, sometimes to do a perpetual. But, I mean, if you get a system down, it's just about having a mother and having maybe another tent that is nothing but flower. And then every week or every 2 weeks, you put a couple clones over there that you let, I've always done taller clones if I do that, and then do Sea of Green style in 1 or 2 gallon maybe 1 2 gallon bags, and pack them in real fucking tight. And then every week, throw in 3 4 of those if you have the space, just whatever you have the space for. You can be 1 plant, 2 plants, 3 4, but the thing is the timing, every 2 weeks. And then eventually, once you work through that, every 2 weeks you'll be cutting down those 2 or 4 plants and harvesting them, processing them, and then in 2 weeks you do it again, whether it's 1 plant, 2 plant, 3 plant, 4 plants, whatever it is, and however style. But like I said, Sea of Green to me is a bunch of 1 or 2 gallon bags, if that, all lollipopped heavily, and there is no veg time. You take a tall cut, get roots on it, throw it in a bag. If you want, I mean, after it's established with the roots, you put it in that bag and then let it go maybe a week. And then in that 2 weeks of initial first flower, it's going to stretch, it's going to grow.
Wait, what's the bag for?
To grow in. It's like a 1 gallon, 2 gallon bag, grow bag, fabric pot.
Oh, okay.
The grow bag, yeah.
I'm thinking of like how some people will put a bag over their plant for different reasons to like make it flower like outside, I don't know if that's what. Anyway, my bad. Derailed you.
So like say in my 2x4 tent, a 1 gallon grow bag, I can fit 2 of those front and back, and I can fit 6 or 8 of those total across my 2x4 tent, with enough vegetation to keep a couple buds on it, you know what I mean? But depending on how big a space you got, you can look it up, man. Perpetual harvest. There's some good diagrams out there. If you just Google perpetual harvest for cannabis and something pops up that looks real cartoonish, that's what I've always followed. It's from an old guy named Skunk Bud or Stink Bud on an old forum that I was on back in the day.
Some dark web shit, huh? Okay.
Well, it was rollitup.org. It was just a forum website back in the day. And he was a big one in there that spoke a lot about teaching people how to do mainly hydroponics, perpetual harvest, to really speed up the.
Oh, he's catching up. Don't worry, Steve. He's catching. He just heard FICO and got excited. Yeah,
me too, Chris. And so basically, what I'm hearing is that I need to just have, I have the veg space. I need a separate flower space, and then utilize the 2x2, and then we'll be able to keep things moving. And I just need to investigate into it. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the ideas.
I can send you some links on that too, man. Just remind me.
Okay. Thank you.
Purple Hair's Garden, everybody go check them out.
I hope everybody else learned something today. I mean, I did. I grew wheat for 10 years. I mean, it was just, the same way every time with the same results. It was never anything, it was only that I could smoke it. It wasn't like, I'd be like, wow, look at this. But it was always high THC. I was very cloudy trichomes every time I yanked it. I knew some things. But man, the stuff I've learned from you guys, especially in this last year and a half in this community, and the help that, is so eagerly offered, I'm just eating it up right now, because I'm starting the outdoor and the indoor grow here like now. And I'm excited about it.
Oh, you're doing outdoor too?
Yeah. I'm going to do the outdoor is all going to be my heirlooms. That I'm running from.
Bro, I mean, so listen, if you're going to do anything outdoors, sacrifice, how many plants are you allowed to do out there? Or
I can show 5. Yeah, I'm allowed to have 5 over 5 inches. That's it. That
5
ain't
over
anything.
5 inches. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So whatever. So one or two spaces. Let one plant be a CBD plant, one of those CBDs, and put it outside because you're going to get a huge, massive amount off of that outdoor one over what you can fit in that 2x2 tent.
Are you going to have them in pots outside? Sorry, Chris. Are you going to do these in ground or in pot? Because last year you did them in pots, so that's going to be that's going to be a major difference on like what you'll be able to do. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to do them on pots, but they're in pots still, and they're going to be off the ground. They're not going to be on the ground for animals to get so easily to them.
So you're talking like 7-gallon tops, maybe. I wouldn't even go 10, 7.
That would be big, man. I mean, for my neighborhood, I don't know. I think that too many looky-loos. I think I'd lose them is what would happen. They'd get stolen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'd run away with them in my neighborhood.
They'd get real disappointed. They'd be like, this isn't doing anything for me. Oh, no, those are heirlooms. Never mind. My bad. I thought you were.
Oh, man, there's another idea. I mean, just do your max outdoor and all CBD. If anybody steals it this year, they won't be back next year to get it. That's for sure.
That's a good point. But I mean, it's going to have a little bit of something to it because 17%, even crossed with a 20-1, it's still going to probably, let's say it's 8%. But yeah, they won't want it. You're right. They won't want it. They'll be like,
this is a good idea, you guys. This is a good idea. We could make like a company that makes fake cannabis plants that look so real. And then you call them like decoys, like thief decoys, You have those up outside, I think that would be a good idea.
But next week, you guys should see some tails. You should see some solo cups getting going and everything. And I'm going to be making some plans this week. Chris is and Will, and you guys have me right now just like, I got the wheels turning, believe it or not. They don't turn much. You hear them squeaking.
What are you planting first?
Well, the plant, you see now, it might change a little bit because my plan was just to have that one CD plant. But now I'm thinking a little different. Purple cookie dough is what I was going to run. And then the Candyland, which is the purple cookie dough crossed with I forget now. Why do I forget?
Cotton candy or something? I'm not sure.
I think it might. No, it wasn't cotton candy. I don't know why I can't remember.
Candy something.
It might have been cotton candy. I don't know. My memory's like
candy apples.
But it definitely, it's. I think that it's going to be a good producer. I'm more just about like I want to show a grow and do something, do it all different. I mean, I'm even doing organic grow, which I've never done before, using the food system. And, it's like, I want it all to be new to me. I want to go in and just be like, okay, now what am I going to do here and plan this out, ask for advice, check, and just really try to do the best bang up job that I can possibly do. And I'm going to compare the outdoor with the indoor. I plan on doing something, to show the differences in that, and kind of try to do, more of more content, especially, to do, things for us to show people. What am I doing outside? What are you doing outside? What about Country Boy? Let's see what he's got going on out there. I love to see people's growth.
Yeah, I'll be honest. A couple people have sent me messages and they kind of get lost, but they send me pictures and I've asked for that, but I kind of sometimes will fall through the cracks on it. So we could get better with that, trying to make sure that our fans, our viewers, our friends here that want to send us pictures that they don't like want to be on screen or something can get that on here. Maybe that they've got to get better with that too. Yeah, that sounds good. It sounds like a tasty couple strains that you're going to have going.
The purple cookie dough excites me. I've got a purple cookie dough from another label, we'll call it.
Okay.
So I'm curious. I was thinking about popping some of those this year, but I might wait now and grab a pack of these and maybe do a little side by side with them.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Why not?
There you go.
It'd be fun. But anything that you grow and you put your love into is worth it, I think.
Ricky says, I grow in 4x5s. I have 5 tents. I grow way too much, so I'd help you send. So he's, I think, volunteering to help grow some of the CBD.
Really?
That could be a nice help to get more of it. And definitely because, you might find more patients than just her, too, as far as that people that are in the need.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea.
This tent right behind me, man, is a 4x5, and that's the one with you see the zipper right here, and it's hanging open in the corner right there. The light's coming out.
Yeah.
That last foot over there. Hold on, I'll show you again. So here is the wall, and then over to here is a 1 foot section that's 4 foot deep, right? And then from this all the way over to the wall is a 4x4 tent. And there's a divider wall in there if you choose to have it up there. So you have a 1 foot piece on that end that has a shelf for like a nursery. So you can put your domes in there, hang some LEDs or fluorescents.
Yeah.
It comes in nice, but you've got to have your timers all on the same timers on both sides. That wall in there is not 100% light proof.
Okay.
So I found that I just take the wall down and use it as a 4x5 with a shelf on the end.
Got you.
I've hung some more lights, but that Vivo Sun tent behind me, man, I got online, I think, from the Vivo Sun app. It wasn't the website, it was the app. And they gave me a discount because I was a new member for signing up and downloading the app. I got a percentage off. And then I used a coupon that they had sent me because I signed up for the newsletter or something. So I think I got that tent for like $160, $150, but it's like $179, and it's not a bad tent, man. So I mean, definitely look into those. I mean, it's not, this one over here is an AC Infinity, and when I did the price match on the two different companies, the 4x5 through AC Infinity was $200 and some compared to the $170 or $180 for the Vivo Sun. This one over here.
And they price matched it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even. AC Infinity was so much higher than the Vivo Sun. So
he was just comparing them. Yeah.
I just went ahead with the Vivo Sun because at the time financially, I was like, I just can't copy it because I had the fans and stuff like that already for it, but. I didn't want to spend that extra money on the tent. So
do they have different heights?
Huh?
Different size heights?
Yes, the Vivo Sun is taller than the AC Infinity, but that one's a 2x4, so naturally they are just a little bit shorter.
Sure. Well, because I have 6 foot 10 inches to work with, not quite 7 feet.
I am 6'3", and I can stand up in that tent, and there's still headspace above me.
Yeah, that looks like a 7 foot for sure.
So what do you think? Do those zippers work? Can we take a look and see what's inside or anything, or what's going on?
Yeah, man. I've actually on my phone. I'm about ready to hit the button, and I can come in the studio if you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
I gotta stop my cam. So hang on one second.
And that's your certified segment, everybody.
Yeah, sorry, Stevo. Yeah, wrap her up, brother. Mate.
Oh yeah, we wrapped it up. We're good. Thanks for all the attention tonight and everything on this these two things. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh man, yeah. Like I'm sure you're excited to get something going. I know it is work, but it definitely is something for fun too. Here, looks like he's somewhat steady. Just kind of looking to see where he's. There we go.
There we go.
You want to?
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Can you flip it or no?
So yeah,
can you flip it
right here? She's looking lovely at this point. She's a Death Star cutting that I got from somebody here local in Ohio that I was promoting on my other group. And then
Death Star.
I can't see all the names, to be honest. This back here is the Blueberry. Let me move this girl out of the way. So
Oh,
this one
they
here,
look nice and healthy.
that's the Blueberry Dutch Passion. A lot of these are the 2020 Mendocinos Snow G.
Snow G.
And this is a Mighty Grape right here.
Can you hear me,
It's
Chris?
like a 90 to 95% indica, as you can tell.
Nice.
Stacked up already in veg. These aren't flowered. These are going to be the moms that end up going outside. It's another one of the Snow G's.
Shit, our last frost date is like the second week in
These
May.
ones are
around
doing
here.
the prayer too.
Yep. No, that's just new growth. That's not
This
brand.
one had some issues that from one tent to the other. The humidity dropped on it, but she's bouncing back now.
Man, his plants do look really nice.
Yeah, mine looked like that too until I let them get too big. Once I let them get like kind of too like there's like a
blue cheese.
It's like a too far point when I just have them too long.
The back kick, yep.
That's why I'm afraid of like a mother plant. I'm afraid of having a mother plant, you know?
Hold on, I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm back over here.
I can't tell what he said. Is he about to head back?
Hold on, let me show you this tent real quick over here.
Yeah, send me that. Show me that one.
This is the Vivo Sun.
That's what I have as a Vivo Sun already.
Vivo.
This is that light I was telling you about that I got.
Yeah, I got the same one.
Kind LED.
Oh, it's not plugged in. Sorry.
King. It's a King LED.
But that's
King LED.
I'm pretty sure.
No, that said Kind LED. We got to bet now.
You can
bet $1.
Bet $1.
Yeah, you can see that's the Velcro where the wall would go up, but I just don't use it.
Chris, let me see that light again.
Which one? This
oh,
one
he can hear us now. Oh, okay. No, the upper one.
The upper one.
Is that a King or a Kind?
King LED.
Oh, he did. It was. Oh. I should have just watched the replay later. Oh my god.
He's like, we did it live.
That's the April Fool's. No.
Yeah, right. April Fool's.
No, I got you.
And then we got
yeah.
a couple pretty things going on in here.
What's up, girls? How you doing?
Oh, ma'am.
Got some clones. I'm waiting on the roots to kick in.
Wow, they look great too.
And little shout out to Ebb and Flow Genetics for this one. Rick Bubba crossed with Below Zero.
Oh wow,
Got a
that's
top.
nice and green. Little solo. That one's stacking up nice. Holy shit.
It's got some weird yellow like tips. What's going on there? Looks like mine.
Looks
That's
good.
it.
I like your setup, bro.
But like I said, that's little like the wall would go in there. But I just keep it open, man. It just with that light and that light up there, it's enough.
Let's see what he's saying.
But then if you had a setup like this, Steve-O, you'd have this 4x5 full of mothers, or you can do it the opposite. You could do the 2x4, all your moms, 3-4 moms in there.
Mom.
This thing, 3-4 plants at a time. Fill them in the gaps, and then every week, every 2 weeks, take one out.
That's a great idea. Watch me.
You could even mothers, clones and domes, if you had the wall up and the timers on the same, clones and domes. Or I'm sorry, mothers, clones and domes, and then that. But you'd have to, I don't know, man. That'd be tough to do with that wall that doesn't stop the light.
Yeah.
So you'd have to
That makes
almost
sense.
get bigger.
A big Sharpie. Oh no, that's not. That wouldn't work. Just
All right, let
color
me
the
get out of this
dome.
phone.
All right, let's put him there.
Chugging water.
Where are we at here? We've still got 20 something people hanging out, guys. Cheers, everybody that's watching from the Rumble and over there on X.
Yes, sir.
Share this out to Steve-O. Now that you're putting in a little bit of stepping into the X a little bit more, I should get you into the I have a live stream community that I am an admin of.
Oh,
It's kind of like a group over on the Facebook, but it's for live streamers, and it's for people around X, so might be worth a try. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out, guys, because they're doing a lot of stuff over there. They're doing a lot of new changes, and it provides something a little bit different than what Rumble does. Rumble is not necessarily a social media per se; it's more of a video media.
yeah.
But yeah, X has those things like groups and has replies and has the whole thing like and share and all the stuff.
Right on.
Oh, hi. We have our next guest. Here's our next guest tonight, everybody. We've got purple hairs. You need to get some like a adult bunny ears, but then dip them into some like dark ass purple, and some wicked ass purple, and then maybe paint like the inside of the ears green, and then just come on screen with it. There you go, done. You're too tall though. You have to angle your camera up if you want to see the ears. You'd come on, you'd be like, "Hey, what do you guys think?" Like, "Whoa, we can't see anything." Your head's all the way up to the. How tall are you? 6 foot? Are you and Steve-O the same height?
I'm 6'3". Yeah.
Yeah, he's taller than me.
Yeah. I'm sorry you guys couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you guys over there in the tent. The fans were running, and my phone didn't have any audio coming out of it, so I could hear the echo in the back.
Yeah, we heard a tiny bit of it. It wasn't no big deal.
Nothing to worry about. We just shut up and listened and watched, or we were cracking on you.
Yeah, we busted your chops a couple times on it.
I believe it. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Yeah, but
It's pretty impressive. Looks good.
Thank you.
They looked good. I think there was one point when I didn't like one of them, but I wasn't sure what was going on with it. They had some like yellow tips on it. Was that clone?
In the first 10 or the second one?
In the solo cup, I think it had like yellow tips. It was stacking up real tight already.
Yeah. So I had already about a week ago I topped those for their first top. About 3 or 4 nodes, so that was the response. The very 2 new shoots at the top were really light, so those were probably going to get. I wanted to transplant today, but I was just busy prepping up a lot of the shipping still from the show the other night for Keisha, and I didn't get to them. So when I transplant those, they'll bounce back and look just as pretty as the ones in the 2x4.
It was the one right after the ebb and flow. When you showed us the ebb and flow one, it was the one right next to it. That was
the purple Urkel.
I don't remember the name. Otherwise,
there was 3 cups.
Did I do that? Oh,
so there was 3 cups there. The 2 on the left. The one on the left was a ebb and flow. The one in the middle was an ebb and flow, and then the one to the right was a purple Urkel.
Yeah, it must have been that middle one then. Anyway, either way, it was just because, like you said, they were stacking up, and then they. So it's kind of butching a little bit.
You are right. The middle plant, for some reason, when it came out of the seed, when it germinated and busted out of the ground, it came out mutated somehow. So it was like a plant. It came out of the ground, and its initial growth was like it had been topped already, and 2 even
split
sprouts happened, and they're coming up, and then like the one side that would be
double
like so it's like a claw almost coming up out of the ground like this, but like off the branches. You know what I mean?
Right.
The branch comes up, and then those 3 fingers just branch and are starting to. So I'm just going to let it go. If it doesn't, I've not topped that one or anything because it's just already kind of goofy. But I'm curious to see what happens. I'll let it go another week or two. I got space for it, so.
I wonder if it's like a double seed where maybe it's taking up a little more of the nutrients in that cup. I don't know. Like, is it? Yeah, like maybe it's deficient because there's not enough. It's got too small of a space. Like it's like not twins, like Siamese twins, or like a double egg. You ever seen a double egg?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kidding, but
joined at the yolk. I don't know.
Joined at the seed. Very cool, Chris. I want to see the other place though, man. When's the last time you go out to the old homestead?
The last time or the next time?
Well, okay, both.
The last time was a couple weeks ago when I went and got the greenhouses and took those down and moved them to the property.
That was badass. I thought that. I didn't know if you'd gone back since. Okay.
No, but the problem is my driveway there is 1,000 feet long, and it goes through one person's property, through the woods, and into my property. So when you hit the woods, it lays full of water this time of year when the thaw happens and everything melts. Plus, there's a lot of rain up there, so it's a low spot. So even with so even with the 4-wheel drive diesel Dodge Ram that I took up there, I still got stuck in my driveway. On full load, no less. Yeah.
Dang.
Like it was and just
It's the Dodge.
I haven't been back yet because like the next week or so they got hit with a bunch of snow and frosted. They got like 20
you're never gonna have
nights. So
you're always gonna have that the even if you make the place itself, better in some way for that kind of weather, the trip there is always going to be like, well, I don't know, I'm gonna make it there.
Yeah.
And Chrysler Jeep, they're the ones that invented 4-wheel drive, and they're low digs. And if it gets stuck with a Dodge or a Jeep, ain't nothing else getting through there except for something built. Yeah, something built. Yeah.
Wait, I saw those hacks, like the 5-minute hacks on Facebook. Was it and I forget how it was, like where they strap a 2x4 to the wheel, and then when the wheel rolls and it gives it like a wider traction.
3 logs behind the wheels. Like we had logs out in the woods that we were picking up and putting in front of or behind, and then we took 100-gallon grow bags that I had up there in the shed. We had to walk back, get in the shed, get these 100-gallon grow bags because they're thick canvas material, and stuck them in front of the tires with some pine needles and stuff like that to try to pack in there. And that's eventually how we got out. Was I had to put Jerry and his girlfriend in the back of the truck jumping with all that, and then I kind of got her rocking back and forth a bit, and then just
was this just your recent trip?
Yeah, this was the last trip up there.
Whoa! Like
the trip before that, we were in my buddy's truck, an F-150 2-wheel drive, and we got stuck every time we left and came back the driveway. So even with, like I said, the 4-wheel drive got stuck, but it managed. If I just locked it in 4 low as soon as I pulled off the road and went, I would get through it. But it's probably going to be a minute till I get back up there. It's still cold and chilly and shit up there. So,
what about chains?
Huh?
What about tire chains?
Not really so much because up there it's just water and sand.
Sand, yeah.
Huh.
So it's just like.
I wonder if there's anything else.
Nothing. And no, we were even down to like tree roots. Like the ruts were down to tree roots, and we were just spinning, like climbing over those. But I've got a trailer back there, and once it dries out a little bit, I'll, either my buddy's truck. I'm supposed to be getting an engine for my Pilot here in the next week or so, and I'll put that in. But I'll take a trailer and just go grab some gravel this spring and just dump it down the driveway. It doesn't like wash out through there, but it's such a low point. It's at such a fine line. It just stays soggy. If it rains at all, it'll get nice and soggy.
I got an idea.
Build it up with some new traction and maybe put some culvert pipes a little
Yes.
deeper through there that would run under that and just carry
Oh.
that, because it does collect some water to the side. And I think if I put those culvert pipes in under where the lowest point is, it'll help keep that water moving over to the pond that is my neighbor's backyard. There's a great big pond over there.
So that sounds like a good plan, but I'm thinking to pave this, you could use. why is everyone looking at me like this? You could use the stalks from the plants, have them chipped up. You mix them in with lime. Then you got hempcrete.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I'll stop because I'm pretty sure it's a different material when you're talking about cannabis versus hemp as far as the stalk and the fibers go.
And you got to
There's
get
a
some
different
big
fiber.
stalks. Yeah.
Well, not just the size and the amount. It's just that there's a difference in the actual fibers of the two plants. Even though we know them as the same plant, they're just in different forms.
Right.
But I get okay. So I should say the two forms, right? The one with with the THC and the cannabis side, and then the side with hemp. Hemp has THCA in a very, very small amount, but it doesn't. Does it have CBD in hemp? Like when you grow a CBD plant, that's not a hemp plant. Am I right about this? I don't know.
I'm not 100% either.
I don't know if there's CBD in hemp or not.
All I know was that there was a law that was placed, or that I guess federally across the state, the nation, the states, in the United States, you can sell legally THCA, and it actually can be found in hemp. And one of the reasons I know this is because the story was that farmers were hemp farmers are basically allowed to farm like basically as much as they want or whatever. Like there's like this really loose laws on hemp, but cannabis farmers that are trying to grow commercially are limited, and so they were complaining that hemp farmers were actually able to undercut them and grow and make and actually sell the THCA, even though it was a smaller amount in each plant. They were able to grow so many more plants, I guess. So that was the thought. But it's so Joe says yes, anything under 3 inches is hemp. So hemp is just shorter plants. I mean, I thought it's still hemp. So Colin says still hemp. Yeah, no, I totally get that. But what I'm wondering is like, what can you make hempcrete out of an adult cannabis plant? Female, male, whatever you got. I don't think you can. I've actually heard that the fibers are different. But I want to move on a little bit. We're actually getting closer to that 2-hour mark. I want to pull this up before we get too far, and because we're actually going to look at this more and more. I think I will just kind of dip our toes into it for tonight, since it's getting late. But this is a new site, Garden Savvy, that actually has a lot of different tools and different things that you can do and different helpful. There's a garden AI. There's different supply locations. There's different information for plants and researching. There's a community that you can collaborate with and get, do like a social media for gardening and growing.
Like compare designs and all that kind of stuff.
Ask people questions about new like whatever, like anything that you have problems with, all of it. Garden Manager, which is a way that you can type in notes and do different things with dates, and it keeps a track of like your log basically of growing. Instead of writing it in a notebook, you could do it here, and actually then you can access this on your phone and be somewhere else and still be able to work on it or access it without having to carry like a notebook around with you. And then on top of that, it'll maintain and keep those records for, like you might look at it next year, the year after, and be able to look back and see data about the differences of whatever you did or changed, or, there's a lot of applications for this. But tonight, the main thing I was going to look at was the Hortisketch, the garden Hortisketch here. Build your dream garden. So we're going to check it out. I'm not sure if I'm not logged in anymore or what?
I'm curious about this because I have something that I use similar that I got like for it's like it's free, but then in order to do anything, you got to pay for an upgrade.
You do have to pay for this. Now I can get you a discount. If for a full year it's $35, but I can get it for $30 because I'm an affiliate for the Garden Hoarder Sketch. Now this is a video we're going to watch real quick about it, just to actually, you know what? I don't know if I have sound. I don't think sound is in here right now. Let me redo this real fast, and I'll get sound in here. But this is probably better. You know, it's just going to be easier than me trying to explain it since I am still new with the program. I was going to, and I might do this more on a longer episode, maybe on a Tuesday or something. Actually just go through and play with it and actually try to set some stuff up and build something with it, you know. Just kind of do it up, give it a try. All right, here we go. Let's play this video.
Looking to design a great garden? Garden Savvy's Hoarder Sketch is an easy-to-use garden design platform complete with a tailored growing calendar. Design a vegetable garden, a flower garden, or your entire property. The growing calendar is unique to your plants and growing zone, which helps you know when it's time to sow, grow, and harvest. Visit gardensavvy.com/hoardersketch.
Yeah, just remember I can get a discount for this for the year, and that's, you know, please let me know if you're interested because it's a new thing and I'm working on it myself. Now, I will say that this is not set up. It was not originally set up for cannabis, but I had a meeting with them and our friend Ash, and we talked about it. And I asked them if they could add the cannabis, and they have now added cannabis into the Garden Hoarder Sketch, guys. Garden Hoarder Sketch has cannabis enabled. Let's go.
Now you were instrumental in that.
Let's give this here. Yes. Yeah. Let's give it the horn.
So you were instrumental in making that happen. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I told him, like, you know, you're gonna have a lot of growers that you're gonna be missing a whole demographic of growers if you don't have that. Now, I thought of ahead before that. I thought, well, you could just use something else, like you could have broccoli out or whatever. If you're not somebody that grows broccoli, you could just like pretend like that's your, you know, you could have used that, but they did add that. Look at this. You see this ad from Brave, the Brave browser? I am a just a side note here. What do they call verified Brave creator, and also I have the ads turned on to where I'm getting cryptocurrency just for that ad to show up on my screen. I'm not even reading it. I don't even know what it says, but just because it's showing up there, it's giving me like a teeny little bit of crypto every few, like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. Back to the show. Okay, so getting started, you got basically anything you could need as far as figuring out what the heck it is that you need to do or what you're trying to figure out. The only other thing they don't have, okay, so there's two things that I asked about that they don't have. There's no showing of inside of buildings. So instead of having a green canvas, you could have a blank canvas, a white canvas, and then just show like the outside of a garden, and that would be like your room. You know, like you can show the edges of a garden. And so some of you might think, well, this looks like, you know, Canva. Well, Canva is a program that you can use and make art and make all kinds of different videos and stuff. This is different. This is actually taking measurements and using like row sizes and row widths and row, like it's using all these different terminologies that goes along with the garden and growing. So
it's going to incorporate your row spacing and your plant spacing.
Spacing, your whether it's a what do you call it? Not above ground garden, but what am I missing here?
Vertical.
No, like outside, your raised beds. Yeah, the raised beds. Okay. No, that's the other. But you hit something there, Steve-O. The other thing that they don't have is like a vertical farm or a tower garden. We got Smashley right here. Yeah, like a home designer, but for gardens. Yeah. So
Right.
what I was thinking, Smashley, is that we could actually somehow figure out a picture of the tower garden, because those tower gardens that actually works with why am I drawing a blank on the name of the company?
Juice Plus.
Well, that's the tower garden doesn't have its own. I know that's who owns it, but I thought maybe the tower garden had its own side company name. Anyway, point is, they're very versatile and they look like very similar to like what I would probably build if I could build one with I plan to build one with like PVC and like build it out of scrap materials and stuff. But to use a picture like that you could like size differently and you could space them out and you could actually use something like that, and it would be kind of a cool crossover and maybe a collab between companies,
What did you say the name of this was again?
So the company is Garden Savvy, and this is their Hortisketch. Their Hortisketch.
All right.
So Garden Savvy is the name of the company, and I do have it on the thumbnail. Real quickly, I guess I can. I guess I can't do that. Never mind.
What led you to find these guys? Was it out of looking for something of this type of thing, and then you found it, or did you
just the tech side of it? Yeah, looking for more people that are, because this is something that you can help people with through the internet rather than having to go to their home too. So that say you're designing yours at your place, you could show me the data, or we could even compare too, especially if you have like similar strains, doing a side by side or whatever. There's a lot of reasons, but to your point, I just wanted to see what they had to say, and I liked it. I don't know. I got interested right away, and I was like, this is something that they would they could grow, they could build upon and make better, and so I'm going to try to prove that I could use it for an indoor setup. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah. Thanks for sharing it with us, man. This is pretty cool.
Build your garden. So there's actually Garden AI that you can ask questions to, which they've loaded like tons and tons and tons of information specifically about gardening and growing and stuff like that. But then there's also the community side of it where you can go in and ask other people, like we kind of touched on earlier. You can ask directly other community members about whatever it is, like if you got a grow question of some kind. So that means that I guess cannabis will be integrated into that in some way, into the community side as well. I don't know if they're going to have it separated or what, have us kind of off to the side, but anyway, I guess we've looked at that quite a bit. But yeah, you got all these different suppliers which you can get stuff from, so that's awesome too. Yeah, I mean, if it turns out that every aspect of Garden Savvy is legit, then why wouldn't you want to just get everything from the same spot?
Doesn't want garlic.
Looking for garlic. I see it.
Damn, there it is. I'll be honest with you, the other program that I already I don't pay for it, but I signed up for it for the free portion, didn't have garlic. It wasn't listed, but they're available.
Well, to be fair, this is garlic to purchase.
Okay.
I didn't look it up, but I'm guessing if they're already at cannabis with this, I'm gonna guess that there's probably a. But like I said, I do want to go through it and actually set one up at some point.
I'm gonna probably dig into this after the live or tomorrow, honestly.
So here it is. I started one. And just kind of get this. Yeah, I will. It's gardensavvy.com, but then this is hortisketch.savvy or gardensavvy.com. But yeah, so I have chairs. You can use different furniture, I guess. There's different. So you have different points of making it bigger or smaller. You have this thing here that can turn it. Why am I not able to? Let's see. I can move it. No. Why can't I turn it? No. It's not as in, it's not just like the other, it's not like Canva, so I'm trying to like get used to it, you know. There was another way of doing it. I just can't remember. Interesting. You can duplicate, delete, move back, move forward on the picture, so you can, you know, change the depth. There's something else. Oh, is it locked? No, it's not locked. I can't remember how to turn it, but
you don't swoop it around here.
Yeah, it's not swooping. And this, I can't make it bigger or smaller either. Planning mode. Live mode. Don't worry, your designs didn't get deleted. You are now live mode, which only displays the plants from your Hoarder Sketch design during its growing season. Or choosing a month. Oh, I see. Or choose a month at the top of the screen and view the status of your gardens at that month. So when I went to live mode, it actually is like putting a timer into the year and the months. And so you can actually, as you come to this, it's taking note of when you're doing things, and then you can come back and look at all your data. And so let's look over here, since I can't figure out this darn chair. Is there a search? There's no search. So we're at vegetables.
Oh, garlic. That's what we're looking
Did
for.
I pass it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, garlic.
There it is, Chris.
Wow. I'm impressed. Just because of that, I'm going to sign up and pay for this.
Well, use code. I'll get you a code in some way. Right, there's got to be a way to.
This will come in so handy for planning out my plots up north that don't even exist yet, like for where my greenhouses will go and where they'll sit. You know what I mean, out of the way, and then I plan around those and where I want certain beds to go. That'll be great.
Okay, now I can't. So I planted it, and now it doesn't move. Oh well, there's got to be like some tutorials and stuff I'll go through. We did go through a little bit at the time, but it looked pretty easy. I guess I didn't, you know, don't think I'd have to look too much, but I guess I'll have to figure out what the hotkeys are, what the buttons are.
Mm-hmm.
So that says clear tarp.
Yeah, this is just a tarp, but I could use it as a room if I wanted to, you know, grow a room.
Well, that'd be like your greenhouse.
Yeah.
Or a
clear tarp. Let's see if I wanted to close it. No. Okay, that's. I want to delete the clear tarp. How do I delete clear tarp?
It just said whenever you had it clicked, click on it. Yeah. Right
Oh
there.
yeah, delete. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then, oh, see, now I can't click on the chair. What happened to my chair?
Double click it. Yeah.
Double, triple. Interesting.
So make sure it's right where you want it to be, huh?
No, that's not. There's got to be a way to move stuff. I already moved it before. This just seems like something I'm not doing correctly.
What's that right there that you're up here? What?
Whoa. Ah! No, stop it. Okay. All right, yeah, well, I'm going to have to work on this a little bit, guys. More so than I thought I was going to have to do. Wow.
Yeah, but you'll master it.
The Saint just building like a game night map. Whoops, not enough space for Cucamelon here.
A Cucamelon, huh?
Try moving some items around. Wait, let me try. What did it say again?
How much space do you need for a Cucamelon?
Well, I'm not sure how much space we have here.
Night, Ashley.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, Timothy, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Need help? Let's see what happens here.
Welcome to Portishead.
Okay, but we saw this already. That. This is the Horse Sketch Planner tutorial. It says tutorial. Is it the same video?
In this video, we will cover all the major
No,
features
okay.
of Portishead. So by the end, we'll feel like a pro garden.
This is 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Yeah, we're not going to watch it together tonight, but
All hands and feet inside
Here is a list of what we will cover.
during the ride.
see, that could be part of it too. I'm trying to use this on Brave, and maybe they don't have it. Or maybe there's something kind of messed up between the two, code-wise. Interesting, though. I need to figure it out. But I can tell you that it was a lot smoother when I watched them showing me what's up. There's a tomato. It's a tiny tomato now. Okay, so can I... Interesting. Well, we'll just go ahead and close it out for now. But, oh, not bad. I hate doing that. And I did it anyway. Well, as you can see, I got some work to do on that. But it's fun. I mean, I can tell you that you can do a lot, but for some reason, I can't do very much yet. I swear I thought I'd be able to move things around, but it seems like it got locked up or something. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna definitely check it out, man. Make sure you send me whatever I need to use your code or whatever.
I will do that. I may not actually have that with me yet, but let me look. Yes, I'll have to get back to you with it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll be talking about it more as I get into it, but I just wanted to kind of let everyone know a little bit about it. No one is in this live. If they are, I bet they think this is one stone bunch. What do you mean, Billy? I was talking about a gardening app. What's that have to do with the one stone bunch? First of all, I don't know where you're watching from, but there is. I hope no one knew. Oh, new. Okay. Like, there's probably new people. I'm hoping. Let's hope, right? We've had 10 people come through on X. Cheers, X.
Wow.
Yeah, got to check out X more. All right.
Yeah, my X was blowing up all night tonight. It was on fire. It will. It will one day. I had 0 all night on X.
Oh, right.
Not even one Xer had to cruise through and even go, "Who's that guy?" Nothing, man. It was like, forget him.
You know, this is something about X. The live videos that I've been doing for years now on X, couple of years, they don't go anywhere. But Elon has been changing it, trying to make it more about a video platform. He actually is trying to make it like the everything. He wants it to be the everything app and be the place for all the social media, video, all of it. But my point is, it keeps changing, and they tweak the algorithm and stuff. So it's not you're not going to be able to grow just by doing shows on X. If you want to do something on X and actually build something, you have to do like a couple of you have to do some posts. You have to make tweets. You have to do lots of interacting. It's hard. I will say, compared to some of the other sites that I've dabbled with, but it's more worth it, I think, over there now. There's a lot more true, conversation happening. More on the business side of things, I would say. There's not a lot of grandmas and cat videos hanging out on the X, but you will see people, all working together, trying to collaborate in some way or whatever. So it's good in that sense. But all right, I'm gonna find our outro. I think I'm good to go. Are you guys, gentlemen, good to go? Anything that you want to shout out? We got Talk It Out Tuesday tomorrow night. Go check out Purple Harris Gardens tomorrow.
Thanks for reminding me.
Oh crap!
Tuesday.
Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Actually, I need to find something to review. I did actually see Kung Fu Panda over the weekend. I did a review last week on Ghostbusters, on the new Ghostbusters movie. It wasn't terrible, but it was kind of woke. But the Kung Fu Panda, even worse.
Really?
Oh, I was so disappointed. I'm not even sure that I couldn't do a show on it because it would just be me cursing about Kung Fu Panda the whole time. Oh, they ruined it. They ruined it. It was just so bad. Anyway, don't take my word for it. Go spend the $40 to go see it. The snacks weren't bad, but yeah. Good night, everybody. Go follow Chris. Go check him out. Purple Harris Garden. Join the group. And Sir Steve-O, of course. We got you got Peace News and Views on Wednesday, and we're going to see him on Thursday for certified Turkey Thursdays. Go check him out. Thanks, Steve-O. Thanks, Chris.
My pleasure.
Guys, have a good night.
Good night,
Remember,
everybody.
every single person on the planet has to eat, including you and I. Have a good night, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't already, guys. Really appreciate it. If you're watching this after the live is over, feel free to leave us a message, leave us a comment. We'll read it and check it out and get back to you. And, if you got hate mail, send all that shit to Chris. All right, we'll see.